We just finished the second week at the Iowa Capitol. And this week was our first week of having official pastor visits there. We were blessed to have multiple men from across the state come join us. We are already at, for this legislative session, nearly 30 pastor visits. It is a great pleasure of mine just to be able to watch the shepherds of God's church join with the shepherds of God's government. These individuals, they have so much in common. They might have different vineyards and roles that they fill, but they often carry the same burdens. When the culture falls apart, when the culture has issues, when the family structure, the community structure fails, people turn to the church and they turn to the government. And these lawmakers in Des Moines carry often the same burdens pastors carry in their own church. And it's wonderful to see the pastor of the church and the lawmaker come together, and the pastor is able to bring something the lawmaker does not have on their own. And that's the Word of God, the absolute truth. Something we are really committing to this year is our prayer is that this year at the Iowa Capitol, the gospel will be shared more than it ever has been in that building's history. That the Word of God will be read more in that building than it ever has been in that building's history. And last, that more prayers would be petitioned from that building than it ever has been in its history. And there is a way you can help out. Every year during the session, we commit to pray for all 150 legislators in our obedience to 1 Timothy chapter 2. And we encourage you to join us in this. Each week we have identified 15 legislators that we are going to be focusing on, legislators from both the Iowa House and the Iowa Senate. And we are asking the church across Iowa to commit that week for praying for those individuals. We have this list available in our pastor email updates in the right column. You'll see this week's pastors this week's legislators there to pray for, as well as a link to the schedule. And we're also going to make this available on our website for you to be able to see who to pray for this week as we hold up our men and women in authority and prayer. You can pray for their souls and their standings with God. You can pray they have the wisdom that they need to be able to bring justice God's way to His people in the land of Iowa. But you can also pray for them personally. Our legislators are men and women. They have needs. And you can pray for those needs as they're making a sacrifice and serving you in Des Moines. But it truly is an honor to represent the Lord at the Iowa Capitol. It's an honor to have such trust from the people of the church. And we thank you that you give us the opportunity to serve there. And we really do look forward to keeping you up to date on the work that we are doing in the spiritual realm at the Iowa Capitol in Des Moines. Thank you.